Yo, what's up? So, we are back playing the Division, and
Hey there. Up for learning a new skill?
so I'm just gonna change up a few things here. Uh, I did unlock a new weapon, well, not a new weapon, it was a new sort of chemical that you apply to your gun. But I wasn't too happy with it. It just didn't seem to work as well as I thought it would. So I'm gonna try the screen stuff here, see if that's any better. If it's not any good, then I'm just gonna go back to that purple sort of chemical because that felt really good to use, and
Bye.
I was really happy with using that. And I just swapped it, and I thought, this ain't as good, and just didn't seem to work as well. So I'm going to change that and see how it goes. So I'm probably going to do a side mission because I don't think I think I'm too lower level to be honest for a main mission. Yeah, 14. I'm only level 8, so that would be just beyond stupid in this game. Uh, it's literally bad enough when you're like under leveled by just by 2 levels. The last mission I'd done that I uploaded, it's alright. It's just that you waste so many bullets trying to kill them. Uh, I think side missions I'd probably do it because they're shorter, but not main missions. So, and the other reason, uh, what was that? Just listen to this train wreck or something I've got to do. Let's have a. Thought I might have picked up some better weapons because I still ain't got no cash to buy any weapons. Uh, anyway, we'll see how we get on with this. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is I'm fed up with this AMD versus Nvidia shit. I'm gonna try and stay away from it. Uh, it's just at the end of the day, it's just a waste of time and energy because I literally can't be arsed with it. It's not worth it at the end of the day. I spoke to a couple of people about it, and they're going to try and do the same thing. Uh, Frogs said he's gonna just try and stay away from it. I think I watched the video and he said that. Uh, it's not worth it, and I've got better things to do. I mean, I've probably spent more time fucking making videos and playing games this last weekend, and I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of. I've uploaded some videos. They've got views, obviously, because I'm doing a rant. But I don't care about that. I mean, the whole reason I wanted to do this channel was not to rage bait or anything like that. Was because I wanted to upload good quality content, or like from a technical point of view, do benchmarks, reviews of stuff like graphics cards, uh, stuff like that. And I'm watching my videos back, and I can laugh at it. I'm not proud of it, but I mean, it was good quality gameplay. I mean, it was epic stuff, like playing a game, like good quality. But yeah, all the sarcastic comments, I just thought, what are you doing? And yeah, not proud of it. And if that wasn't enough, then I've took it even further, and I've gone and like literally took it to another level. And I've done a video about Cyberpunk, like slagging Cyberpunk off. Uh, you know what I mean? I've got nothing against Cyberpunk. I really haven't. Uh, but I just felt I just felt it would probably hurt the Nvidia fans. Again, I wasn't lying about it. I have been totally honest on this channel. But it's just, obviously, I am done with Cyberpunk. I don't plan to go back to it. I mean, as I said, I've watched it back myself, that video. And I think the actual image on the video probably don't help because it says, I don't care. Like, I did really enjoy Cyberpunk. I've got nothing against it. But now I don't play it. So that's literally what it is. I mean, it's not like I hate the game. I mean, I read a comment on my channel and so I'm like, they've took it the wrong way. Like, I don't like the game at all. And you know, I mean, that's not the case at all. But it's literally, I was just so wound up, and I just thought, oh, that'd be a good. I literally didn't even watch it back. I just recorded that video. I usually watch my videos back, but I think I just recorded it, and most of it is just a raw edit. Like, that was it. I just literally uploaded it, and I think I edited one bit, and that was it, because the audio cut out, and then I just uploaded it. I didn't watch it back, and it just, whatever it was, I thought, oh fuck it, I'm not in the mood. I'll just upload it. It was getting late, and that was it. But yeah, it's not something I want to do going forward. You know, I'm literally above all that shit. I'm not getting involved in that shit. Again, I can understand why people watch it, and why I've got so many views on it. I'm not surprised about that whatsoever, because, as I said, I've watched it back a few times myself. Other people said it was funny. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, but it's literally not the way I want to run this channel. I mean, I haven't made a channel to sort of sound like some sort of teenager complaining about fanboys and all that. I literally can't be asked for that shit. I mean, that I'm not that sort of person. I just want to. I mean, if I wanted to get views and turn into someone like that Dreamcast guy, I literally could. I can do it. But that is not something. I mean, no one's going to take you seriously if you keep doing that every upload. And yeah, it's just going to be. I'm going to put it behind me, and then I'm going to try and focus on like games, purely gaming, benchmarks. So I like doing benchmarks. I can do technical videos. I'm pretty good at it. I haven't done enough of it. Yeah, I can do all that. I mean, as long as I stop getting involved with all this fanboy shit, and I literally don't get distracted, I can do it. I mean, I'm gonna stop reading, like, Twitter is just toxic anyway, like X, whatever you want to call it. It's just pure toxic. I had it with all the football, because I'm a football fan, and I literally stopped tweeting about football because literally no one can take an opinion in the football world either. And it feels like in gaming, it's getting to the stage now on my timeline that if I say anything about AMD, I get attacked. And so it's literally the same thing again. So I think I'm just going to limit my tweets, just DM people like I usually do. I'll do the odd tweet, right? The thing is, because I'm a very honest person, like, I don't hold back, and I'm more likely to grab attention to people, and I'm more likely to upset people because I literally don't give a fuck if I just say what I want, and I think that's what happens. Yeah, we'll just move on from it, and I'll do some. Like, I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Shadows, as I said. That's literally not far off. A couple of days now, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm just going to try and focus my mind on that and stay out of all this like AMD versus Nvidia shit, because I literally haven't got a problem with Nvidia. Anyone who uses it, it is very like pathetic, really, when you think about it. Like, it's all childish. I'm 38 years old. I can't be arsed with it. I never got involved, even when I was younger. I didn't get involved with the console wars either, because literally I wasn't on. I just weren't looking around on Twitter or YouTube at that point. Not even sure if Twitter was about. Probably weren't, was it? Whatever. But yeah, as I said, I'd done the control video the other night, the PC upgraded version, DLSS 4, ray tracing, and I quite enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, and that's what I want to get back to. I want to get back to doing. I really like doing benchmark videos and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna do a lot of that. Uh, I think if I literally already had the 90 Sony XD, that would give me more content. But I've got to wait for it until April, so it is what it is. But as I said, with Assassin's Creed Shadows around the corner, I'll be doing quite a few video clips of that, and so that'd be good. And then, as I said, I'm just not gonna get involved with it. All the AMD's better, Nvidia's better, whatever. I mean, I'll just ignore it if I get any weird messages or whatever. I mean, as I said, I've been completely honest on this channel. That's what I wanted to do. The only thing is I've probably been a bit more aggressive than I wanted to be. Considering the last set of videos anyway. And I don't want to come across aggressive or that angry sort of gamer. I mean, at the end of the day, I think people have got to buy what they want. You know, people shouldn't be calling people out for what they've bought. You buy what you buy is what's going to suit you, and it shouldn't matter. You know, no, it's nothing to do with anyone else, and yeah, people should be happy with what they got, and that is the end of it. Yeah, I mean, going forward, it's not like I'm not going to stop saying what I believe. I'm never going to do that, but I'm just going to come across like more calm, collected, not as aggressive like I was in that Cyberpunk video. And the main message, like for anyone who's watched that, the main message is I'm just trying to say that I just think AMD they're more than good enough for people to use. Obviously Nvidia has got the edge with the path tracing and the technology, but AMD are catching up, and they're more than a good enough option there, especially with them being better in ray tracing. And as I said in that video, AMD do completely fine in all the games I play, so that is why I do like AMD personally. Maybe you're like me, maybe you like football games, Call of Duty. Not that I'm in love with Call of Duty anymore, but I do play it with mates. Generally got that. I got the 7900 XTX to do crossplay with mates. So, and it just seems to be that them games do that do well on AMD seems to do well. So, you know what I mean. Not that they're unplayable on Nvidia, but on Call of Duty you do get more FPS historically, and it is esports games. I do like esports games, so that's just a personal preference for me. But I do like, as I said the other night, the 4090. I can only speak positively of it. It's well, obviously it's literally the best graphics card I've ever purchased, the 4090. I just don't agree with the prices. I mean, you know, I don't think you should have to pay all that money to be completely happy with something. I mean, I draw the line when I look at not the 40, the 5090. I draw the line when I look at that price, and then I'm looking at it melting and stuff like that. So, but I'm not going to get into it. I've explained myself enough on why I'm not going to buy any of them, and yeah, it is what it is. I mean, a lot of Nvidia fans feel the same, and I I don't look at. I don't want to look at. I just want to look at it as a PC gaming community as a whole. I don't want to try and sort of categorise PC gamers. I mean, I think that's how I've got to look at it. Just we're all PC gamers. Forget about the brands. Whatever brand you got, it's a graphics card at the end of the day. It's just a fucking graphics card, and there's no need to have arguments over it. And software is software at the end of the day, and it's all about the PC master race. And you know, we all got to stick together. I think the biggest problem I've got is optimization. I really don't like how that's going because as I said, I've been watching that Threat Interactive channel, and I do agree with a lot of what he says, and there's definitely something telling me that optimization should be a lot better when you consider it. I mean, all these graphics cards, all these GPUs are really powerful, and it just seems like you're not getting as much out of them as you should in a lot of games. Even the 4090 not being as good in native as it should be in some games, I'm just thinking, well, that's a bit odd. I mean, even I'm completely happy with it, but it's just in general, like, as I say, I just think optimization needs to be less reliant on technology, like frame generation. I don't want that to be part of it, like, and that should be an optional technology if you want to use it. You should never, in any way, shape or form, have to rely on that to make up, like in Monster Hunter Worlds. You should never need that to make up your FPS to 60. That should never happen. And upscaling, I can understand that. If you're using a lot of ray tracing and all that, you need extra performance, but it shouldn't be used as a crutch, and it shouldn't be any excuse to make native resolution any worse. You know, if they're going to stop optimizing a game to literally perform well at native, then you know what I mean. I don't agree with that, but I guess we'll see how it. I haven't got a crystal ball. We'll see how it goes from here. If it's the engine, get rid of the fucking engine, like Unreal Engine 5. If there's no way of getting that to work any better, it's not like I'm impressed with it anyway. You get so many stutters on Unreal Engine 5. I like that the SEMA engine that Sony use. Maybe just go to that, you know. And the other thing is, speaking of the games today, like if you compare them to like Red Dead Redemption, or, you know, GTA, even these Ubisoft games, I don't think there's a massive improvement in a lot of them. I mean, obviously you got the outliers like Cyberpunk, Alan Wake 2 and all that, but if I'm actually even these Unreal Engine games, but actually I'll tell you what game really looked great visually was Hellblade 2. But then I don't think there's enough of these games. A lot of these games run way too heavy for how they actually look with the graphics. I don't like the visuals at all in some of them, and I'm just thinking, I mean, I watched the video, Frog's video, Rise of the Ronin, and I'm thinking that looks like complete shit. And I don't even think that was running well. And I'm just thinking, there it, you know what I mean? I mean, how can these games look so bad yet run like shit? And it just makes no sense to me. I mean, I understand it if it's a technical Marvel sort of game. Like if it's some sort of cinematic showcase, yeah. But I don't know. I just think I do think a lot of these developers don't really know their arse from their elbow when it comes to optimization. There's so many games that I've gone back to. All these older games I've been playing, And I'm just thinking, I prefer the look of them. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in this game. Uh, I like the art style of Ubisoft games in general, anyway. So I don't know. I just feel a lot of these games they just don't run well, and then you're thinking maybe you might as well turn the settings down or something because they look like shit anyway. So I don't know. You do get really great looking games as well though. Like I still think Horizon Forbidden West is one of the best games for visuals I've seen. Another one was Ghost of Tsushima, Ratchet and Clank. Uh, God of War looks great. I mean, a lot of these Sony games always look great, and it does make me think if basically if Sony are spending more time on making their graphics look better, and but Rise of the Ronin didn't, as I said, that looks like shit, and but apparently that looks shit on PlayStation as well, from what I remember. I mean, people were saying it. I'm not sure. I don't think that's really a Sony exclusive, really. I'm not sure. It's Team Ninja, and they're not known for their visuals anyway, so it's more about the gameplay with them, Team Ninja. So can't say I'm totally surprised about that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a Sony exclusive, really. It's just probably got a time release, a bit like Square Enix. They generally release their games first on PlayStation, but for Final Fantasy anyway. But they need to stop doing that because I think for them it's best to release them at the same time. Anyway, yeah, what else? Yeah, as I said, I just want to get back to just doing reviews on stuff, on games, benchmarks. What more can I say about it? I'd say that to anyone. All these silly comments you see, it's just literally not worth your time, not worth your energy. You just end up, I mean, once it gets you, then you just end up doing shit you don't really want to do, then you look back on it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did laugh at my videos. I've like laughing at myself, and yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not the road I want to go down. Totally not the road I want to go down. I just want to get back to benchmarking, reviewing games, like just give my thoughts on games, how the PC world is going, stuff like that. That's literally all I want to do. When I get a 9070 XC, I want to do gaming benchmarks on that, offer my thoughts, compare it to my thoughts on my experience with the 7900 XCX, the 4090. I think it'd be interesting. I'm gonna do some benchmarks for the 4090 because I just think it'd be interesting to see how far it is. Obviously, it's different. Like this is like over. Well, it's close. Depending on where you look, it's literally 2000 over 2000 GPU. The 4090. I was lucky to get one, like a lot cheaper. But yeah. So I think it's just interesting to see how far the 9070 XT is off, and if it's actually beating the XCX in some games, and the XCX weren't far off a 4090. Although some games it was, but it depends. It's like I think it's like 25% better the 4090 in a lot of games. I don't know, but yeah, it will be. I think it'd just be interesting comparing the 4090 to the 9070 XT, and just seeing the difference, and then people might be thinking, well, it ain't even that far off, and it's a great value for money card, the 9070 XC. So that's what I'm thinking. So I will do. I think I'm going to do that while I'm waiting for the card, the 9070 XC. I will be doing a lot of videos in preparation, just saving them, and then I can just compare them. So yeah, it will be interesting. That I mean, it's obviously going to be a lot more worthwhile than listening to all these silly comments and just taking them to heart, then making stupid videos. Like, even though he's getting me a lot of views, I mean, that's not, you know what I mean. And I understand why people watch it, because it's someone on the internet getting the and it's good to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, I'm done with that shit. I'm gonna try and move on from that, because it's just not healthy. It's toxic shit like that. Then you just end up thinking, oh, I could have done so much more good content rather than all that. Anyway, that is it for me. We done that mission, and yeah, didn't really speak much about that, but see ya.